Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against Wolves at Old Trafford. So, going to go with the 4-2-2 formation. In goal, David De Gea. David De Gea was in goal on Thursday night against Burnley. De Gea had very little to do against Burnley, but he should have been better positioned for Aaron Lennon's goal. De Gea did very well against Newcastle last Monday night. He made several key saves in the second half. The best save he made was from Almiron towards the end of the game. Got to give De Gea credit though, he's done really well so far this season. He's now back to his best. Right back, I'm going to go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka played against Burnley on Thursday night. It was Bissaka's first appearance under Ralph Rangnick. Bissaka was solid defensively against Burnley. He also made an important block at 0-0. But he didn't get forward enough. Not so long ago, Bissaka got banned from driving for 6 months. And he got fined £31,500. The two centre-backs, Rafael Varan and Harry Maguire. Surprisingly, Rafael Varan didn't start against Burnley on Thursday night. Manchester United started Bailly instead of Varan. Varan obviously came on in the game against Burnley because obviously Eric Bailly went off injured. Varan played against Newcastle last Monday night. That was his return. And he was poor against Newcastle. You know, he misplaced passes. And he was the culprit for Newcastle's goal because he lost possession in a stupid area. You know, that game against Newcastle was Varan's first appearance since the 2-2 draw against Atalanta earlier on in the season. Varan has already endured 2 injuries since he signed for Man United. He's just come back from a hamstring injury and revert back to earlier on this season. He had a groin injury and he was out with that groin injury for a few weeks. Harry Maguire, he obviously played against Burnley on Thursday night. Don't think he was that good. He was partly to blame for Aaron Lennon's goal because Maguire backed off Aaron Lennon and he left him too much space to run into. Maguire was also poor against Newcastle last Monday night. You know, he misplaced passes and early on in the game against Newcastle he made a bad mistake that could have been costly. Maguire is enduring a really poor season. Manchester United need to take the captaincy off Maguire and we need to give the captaincy to either David De Gea or Cristiano Ronaldo. But Maguire, he seems to have become worse since he come back from that calf injury because he had a calf injury earlier on this season. Maguire had ligament damage in his ankle towards the end of last season. Maguire certainly wasn't worth the 80 million that Manchester United paid for him. Left back, going to go with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw played against Burnley on Thursday night. I think that was his first appearance since the 1-1 draw against Young Boys. Shaw put a very good performance out against Burnley. As you all know, Shaw created that early chance for Ronaldo. Shaw also had a good chance himself. It hit the side netting, and also he showed good attacking intent and he got in some very good positions. Shaw's endured a couple of injuries this season. He's injury prone, which is a concern. Shaw's had a lot of bad games this season. But I said, under Rangnick he'll regain his form. The two centre midfielders going to go with Fred and Scott McTominay. Fred didn't start on Thursday night against Burnley. Obviously, Matic played ahead of Fred. But Fred did come on in the game. Matic won't start this one. Fred was very poor against Newcastle last Monday night because he gave the ball away countless times. It was a shame, really, because Fred has enjoyed quite a few good games this season. Fred did well in the 1-0 win against Norwich on the 11th of December last year. He was probably the best outfield player. He played well against Crystal Palace earlier on this season. He scored a stunning goal late on. He made an impact in the 3-2 win against Arsenal because he got an assist in that game, and he also won the penalty. And he did well in the 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea earlier on in the season. If you do remember rightly, Fred squandered a chance in that game. And Scott McTominay, he was man of the match in the game against Burnley on Thursday night. McTominay scored our first goal against Burnley. It was a good composed finish from the edge of the box. It was McTominay's first goal since February and his 15th goal for Manchester United. McTominay should have had more than one goal. Don't forget McTominay had that chance when he hit the woodwork against Burnley. He also had a good chance in the second half that produced a fingertipped save from Wayne Hennessy. Now the two attacking midfielders, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandez and Jaden Sancho. Obviously Bruno Fernandez didn't play any part against Burnley because Bruno Fernandez was suspended. Because in the game against Newcastle last Monday night, Fernandez received his 5th yellow card of the season. Fernandez, though, was very, very poor against Newcastle. I think Fernandez is enjoying a poor season, and I'm shocked in that aspect because, revert back to last season, Bruno Fernandez was superb. And Jaden Sancho, he impressed me against Burnley on Thursday night. Sancho pretty much scored, didn't he? Sancho's shot, though, got a deflection off Ben Mee. So obviously it went down as a Ben Mee own goal, which was a shame. But in the build-up to Man United's second goal against Burnley, Matty Lowton and McNeil got caught in a mix-up. So Burnley were very poor defensively for Man United's second goal. Sancho's not done as well at Man United as a lot of Man United fans expected, but it does take some players time to settle in. The best games I think Sancho's had so far at Man United was the games against Chelsea away and Villarreal away. And, Sancho did score in both of them games. He's a much superior player to as he was under Solskjaer. Because revert back to when we had Solskjaer, Solskjaer persistently played Sancho out of position, and there was quite a few games Sancho didn't even play in under Ole. And the two strikers, I'm going to go with Edinson Cavani and Cristiano Ronaldo. Edinson Cavani obviously played alongside Ronaldo on Thursday night against Burnley. Cavani led the line well against Burnley, didn't really create much, did he? I recall Cavani having one good chance against Burnley from close range, and it actually hit Wayne Hennessy in the face. Cavani obviously rescued a point for Manchester United last Monday night against Newcastle, because Cavani came off the bench and equalised for Man United. The goal was fortuitous, but doesn't matter, they all count. Cavani will be leaving Manchester United either this month or he'll leave in the summer if he doesn't leave this month. Cavani's just come back from injury not so long ago. Cristiano Ronaldo, he scored in the game against Burnley on Thursday night. He scored our third goal. Ronaldo's now scored 14 goals in all competitions since he re-signed for Manchester United, and he's got 803 goals in his career. Ronaldo was frustrated though against Burnley because he should have had more than one goal. Don't forget Ronaldo had that chance in the 5th minute, when he was one-on-one with Wayne Hennessy, but Ronaldo put it over the bar, and he had other opportunities as well that he should have converted. Ronaldo put a much better performance out against Burnley than he did against Newcastle last Monday night. Against Newcastle last Monday night, Ronaldo was anonymous, because he hardly got any service. He didn't create one single chance against Newcastle, and he could have been sent off as well against Newcastle, for that challenge on Ryan Fraser. He did get a yellow card for that challenge on Fraser. Earlier on today, I gave you some news on Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's come out and said that I'm not happy at Man United. Ronaldo's agent, George Mendes, though, has said that Ronaldo is happy at Man United. Ronaldo's demanding more from Manchester United this year. Obviously, Ronaldo hasn't been happy with the performances at Man United. So anyway, that's how I think Manchester United could line up against Wolves on Monday. Obviously, Manchester United are missing Paul Pogba still. He's out with a muscle injury. But the good news is, from Man United perspective, Pogba is close to returning. Pogba got the muscle injury in France training earlier on in the season. Martial, he's still out with injury. I think he's got a knee injury, but Martial doesn't really get in the team anyway. And I think Lindelof is now back from COVID. This game against Wolves is a must-win game for Manchester United. Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 3-1 win against Burnley. Rangnick has managed 5 games at Manchester United so far, and he's unbeaten at the moment, so you can say that Rangnick has enjoyed a good start to his managerial career at Man United. Rangnick's been Manchester United's interim manager for around a month now. Rangnick's Man United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did mention that Rangnick will continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. But there again, he got warned that he could lose the consultancy role if he fails to get Manchester United into the Champions League. Rangnick has been given around £75 million to spend this month. Before Man United, he was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Rangnick's made changes since he come to Man United because he's brought 3 additions in. Earlier on in the season, he brought Ewan Sharp in as an assistant coach and analyst. He also brought Chris Armas in as an assistant coach. And he brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Wolves, they've had their last 2 games postponed because of COVID. Because not so long ago, Wolves were supposed to be playing Arsenal, and they were also supposed to be playing Watford. The manager of Wolves is Bruno Lage. He's been the manager of Wolves for around 6 months now. Bruno Lage got appointed in back in June last year. And Bruno Lage's got a contract with Wolves until 2024. Before Wolves, Bruno Lage managed Benfica. Before Bruno Lage, Wolves had Nuno Espirito Santo. Wolves were very consistent under Nuno Espirito Santo. Don't forget, when he was the Wolves manager, he got Wolves 2 7th placed finishes in the Premier League, and he also got Wolves to the FA Cup semi-final for the first time in 21 years. He was the Wolves manager for quite a few years. Nuno Espirito Santo left Wolves at the end of last season. Earlier on this season, Nuno Espirito Santo got sacked by Tottenham. He enjoyed a very short tenure at Tottenham. He was only in charge of Tottenham for around 4 months. Now, I do know quite a few of the players that Wolves have got. They've got some good players. Wolves have obviously got Pedro Neto. He's out with injury at the moment. Wolves have also got Hwang Hee-chan. He's out with injury at the moment. Hwang Hee-chan is on loan at Wolves from RB Leipzig. Wolves have also got Trin Chow. He's good. Wolves have also got Fabio Silva. Fabio Silva is out with COVID at the moment. Wolves have also got Daniel Podence. He's an attacking player. Wolves have also got Raul Jimenez. He's Mexican. Manchester United were linked with him a while ago. Wolves have also got Adama Traore. That's good. Man United have been linked with him before. Wolves have also got Ruben Neves. That's a very, very good midfielder. Don't forget, Manchester United have been linked with him. Ruben Neves has been at Wolves for around 5 years. Wolves got him back in 2017 from Porto. Wolves paid around 15.8 million. Wolves have also got Moutinho, that's a good midfielder. They've also got Dendoncker. Wolves have also got Fernando Markel. They've also got Connor Cody. He's a good centre-half, is Connor Cody. I remember Connor Cody when, he was at Liverpool. He risen up Liverpool's academy. Wolves have also got Romain Saiz, who's a good defender as well. Wolves have also got Johnny. Johnny's out with injury. They've got Nouri. He's out with injury as well at the moment. Willy Bolle, he's out with injury. And that Yerson Mosquera is out with injury at the moment. So Wolves have got quite a few injuries. Wolves have also got that, however, they got him from Liverpool. They've also got Max Kilman as well. I do know a couple of the goalkeepers that Wolves have got. They've got John Rudder, he's one, and they've got Jose Sarr. Don't forget, back in 2020, Wolves lost Diego Jota to Liverpool. That was a bad blow for Wolves. Wolves got £45 million for him though from Liverpool. And Wolves also offloaded Matt Doherty. He went to Tottenham from Wolves. Manchester United won this fixture at Old Trafford last season 1-0. It was a late goal by Marcus Rashford. Manchester United won at Molineux earlier on this season 1-0, and that was a late goal by Mason Greenwood. I thought it was very poor away to Wolves earlier on the season. Man United were lucky to win. And obviously Man United won at Wolves last season 2-1. That was the final game of last season. So yeah, this game against Wolves is Manchester United's first game of 2022. Manchester United's next game after Wolves is Aston Villa in the FA Cup. That's next Monday, the 10th of January. Now, you know the news on the transfers, don't you? The January transfer window is officially open. There's a lot of players that Manchester United are linked with. Now, there's been a lot of rumours about Julian Alvarez in recent days. It says that Julian Alvarez is close to joining Manchester United. Man United have already contacted the agent of Julian Alvarez, and Manchester United are prepared to pay the £17 million release clause to sign Julian Alvarez. So there's a good chance that Alvarez will be the first signing of the Ralph Rangnick era. Alvarez is at River Plate. He's been at River Plate for a long time, hasn't he? Risen up their academy and that. His contract at River Plate expires this year. He's only the age of 21, so still young, lot of development in him. He's mainly a forward, but he can also operate as a winger. Last year, it did say that Ralph Rangnick wants Erling Haaland. And last year, Rangnick spoke with Erling Haaland's father, Alf Hinch Haaland, over the possibility of his son signing for Manchester United, this year. It says Man United are ready to pay Erling Haaland's release clause. His release clause doesn't become active until the summer. Haaland's release clause is around £60 million. I'd take Haaland at Manchester United in a heartbeat. Haaland is regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. He's a prolific goal scorer, and got to say, he's been an absolute revelation for Borussia Dortmund. He's been at Dortmund for 2 years now. He's got a contract with them till 2024. Borussia Dortmund paid 17.1 million for him from Red Bull Salzburg. At one point, Haaland played at Molde. He played under Solskjaer. And revert back to when we had Solskjaer, Manchester United tried to sign Haaland. The other day, I gave you the news on Ousmane Dembele. It did say that Manchester United contacted Ousmane Dembele's representatives. And Ousmane Dembele is set to leave Barcelona as he rejected a contract at Barcelona following a furious meeting with club bosses. I don't want Ousmane Dembele at Manchester United. He's too injury prone. Dembele's been at Barcelona for around 5 years. Barcelona got Dembele back in 2017 from Borussia Dortmund. Barcelona got him for 135 million with add-ons included. Barcelona paid around 96 million, 97 million up front. Dembele's contract at Barcelona expires this year. Ousmane Dembele is 24. Man United have also been linked with that Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen. He's rated at around 60 million. In recent weeks, we've been linked with Boubacar Kamara from Marseille. We've been relentlessly linked with Amadou Haidara from RB Leipzig. We've been linked with Rudiger from Chelsea and Frankie de Jong from Barcelona, and Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice have also been long-term targets. Don't forget, Rangnick, when he first came in, identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. He wants a centre defensive midfielder, does Rangnick. He's already made that clear. Man United will probably make just one signing in this January transfer window. Like I said earlier on, he's been given around 75 million to spend. He'd get a few plays with that. But there'll be more outgoings this month than incomings. Anthony Martial will leave Manchester United this month. Last year, Ralph Rangnick confirmed that Anthony Martial wants to leave Manchester United. As you know, Martial held talks with Ralph Rangnick over his future. And last year, Anthony Martial's agent confirmed that Martial wants to leave Manchester United this month. Towards the end of last year, though, it said Man United rejected a loan offer from Sevilla for Martial. Sevilla are keen on Martial, aren't they? There's other clubs that have been in for him as well. Martial is demanding more game time. He's getting nowhere near enough game time at Manchester United. Martial's no longer good enough to represent the club. He wasn't bad last season, but I thought the best season he enjoyed at Man United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. Manchester United paid an initial fee of 36 million for Martial from Monaco back in 2015. He's been at United for 7 years, Martial. He's scored, 79 goals in 268 games in all competitions, and he's got, 2 years left on his contract. Cavani, like I said earlier on in the video, if he doesn't leave this month, he'll leave in the summer. Towards the end of last year, it said Cavani agreed to join Barcelona on an 18-month contract. Juventus and Boca Juniors have been in for him as well. Cavani's already rejected a move to Boca Juniors. Mata, he'll leave as well, either in this January window or he'll leave in the summer. Mata's contract expires in the summer. Man United should loan Amad Diallo out this month as well. Lingard, I think Lingard will leave in the summer because towards the end of last year it said Lingard will be staying at Man United in January to fight for his place under Ralph Rangnick. Van der Beek, there's a good chance he'll be leaving this month. Van der Beek wants out of Manchester United. Surprisingly, Van der Beek was left on the bench in Man United's 3-1 win against Burnley. I thought Van der Beek would have started against Burnley because obviously Fernandez wasn't available for the game against Burnley because he was suspended. So I just thought would have started Van der Beek ahead of Fernandez, but it didn't happen. You know, it was Sancho and Greenwood that were the two attacking midfielders against Burnley. Earlier on this season, though, it said Van der Beek's not allowed to leave Man United this month as Van der Beek is valued by Ralph Rangnick. Matic, he'll leave as well this year. Paul Pogba, if he leaves this year, he'll leave in the summer. I can't see Pogba leaving this month because it's already said that Man United are not negotiating a Paul Pogba transfer this month, and Man United expect Pogba to stay in January. Despite the midfielder nearing the end of his contract, Pogba's contract expires in the summer. Revert back to the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract offer. I think Jones and Bayer leaving this year as well. They could leave in this January window. If they don't, they'll leave in the summer. Do you think Tellez could leave this year? Tellez has played a lot of football under Ralph Rangnick, hasn't he? And Tellez has appeared to be our first choice left back under Rangnick. But obviously Shaw, got back in against Burnley and he put a good performance out. So more than likely Shaw's going to play against Wolves, reflecting on the good performance. If he'd have put a poor performance out against Burnley Shaw, then I think he would have, gone with Tellez. Diego Dalot, do you think he'll leave this year? He may do. And Dalot, he's appeared to be our first choice right back under Rangnick as well. And Dean Henderson, you obviously know the news on him. Towards the end of last year, it said Rangnick told Dean Henderson that he cannot leave Man United on loan this month. Obviously, Henderson wants regular playing time and he's not getting it at Manchester United. Henderson's our second choice keeper. He's only made 2 appearances this season. Don't get in goal much because last summer De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Earlier on this season, Henderson had COVID for a while. So there you go. In the summer, Manchester United will appoint a permanent manager. Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Man United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. Sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Then Man United sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years, despite him winning the FA Cup. Then Man United sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy 1 good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. And obviously, last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Solskjaer was Man United manager for almost 3 years. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.